The Bruins are flailing, the Caps just keep rolling, and the Disappointment Bowl has a winner. All this and more spooky hockey action.
Bear mumbles and he moans. He grumbles and he groans. And the bear feels sick.
Up first, the Carolina Hurricanes took down the Boston Bruins by a final score of 8-2 in a game that was not even as close as the scoreboard indicates. The Hurricanes just straight up destroyed the Bruins tonight. It was a scary night to be a Bear in Boston, as they only put up 15 shots in the entire game and gave up 4 goals in the first period. Jeremy Swayman gave up 6 goals on 22 shots, got yanked for Jonas Korpisalo, who played better, but it wasn't enough to stem the tide. And for the Bruins, this is starting to get to panic mode. They are now sitting in last place in the Atlantic Division, tied with the Montreal Canadiens, 4-6-1 through 11 games. They are bottom 5 in goals allowed this season. Jeremy Swayman has not played up to his new contract so far, an 80-84 save percentage and 3.57 GAA through 8 games. On the other side though, a team that I expected to regress that is looking really hot right now, Carolina Hurricanes, are smoking right now, 7-2 through 9 games. That puts them tied for second in the Metro Division, and they look like they have not lost a step.
My friend in Canada who got married way too young, they had to do their vows twice, once in French.
They speak French there too? God, that place is a mess.
Second period, it was another big win for my Washington Capitals tonight. They took down the Montreal Canadiens 6-3 in a game that was close for the first 2 periods, but then the Caps blew it open in the third period. Alex Ovechkin added another goal. He's one closer to catching Wayne Gretzky in a 3-point night. Tom Wilson had a Gordie Howe hat trick, and Connor McMichael and Alexei Protas both stayed hot with goals themselves. For the Canadiens, another goal for Cole Caulfield. That's 10 through his first 11 games, but the Canadiens got dominated by the Caps. They got doubled up in shots, and just like their last game against the Rangers, the Caps just thoroughly dominated this game according to the Deserve to Win meter. They are one of the hottest teams in the NHL right now, and it is time to start taking them seriously. And finally, a matchup today between 2 of the most disappointing teams to start the year, the Edmonton Oilers and Nashville Predators. It was the Oilers who managed to take this one in a 5-1 decisive victory. The Oilers were the team that I was most confident in being able to rebound after their shaky start to the year, as their underlying analytics were very strong, but it's an impressive win for them today, missing Connor McDavid. Both Victor Arvidsson and Zach Hyman got their first goals of the year. Leon Draisaitl added 2 goals. For the Predators, though, at this point, 3-6-1 through their first 10 games, last place in the Central Division, and still a team that, despite all their offseason additions, cannot score. They've got the 3rd fewest goals of any team through the first 10 games of the season. Wasn't ready to push the panic button on the Predators just yet, but now it's the end of October and they're still 3 games below 500, and their scoring woes haven't changed. Preds might be looking to make some changes if things don't turn around in a hurry in November. And finally, if you stick taps or overtime, first of all, our meme of the week goes to Jonathan Quick's son Cash, who dressed up as Matt Rempe for his Halloween costume. Adorable costume, but I think if you're going to have your kid dress up as a serial killer, you should pick a less controversial one, like the Menendez brothers. In other games around the NHL, Crosby had a couple of goals as the Penguins managed to beat the lowly Ducks in overtime. Will Smith finally scored his first goal for the San Jose Sharks, having the best week of anybody named Will Smith in the state of California, according to everybody who doesn't believe baseball is a real sport. And apparently the Mike Babcock saga in Toronto was somehow even worse than we originally believed, as new details from Nazem Kadri's book reveal that Babcock once had the trainers rate the players' efforts and workouts, similar to what he did with Marner. Class act that Babcock. Hope he's back coaching in the NHL real soon.